What's up, guys? Dane Davis here. Shout out to Boogie Bentley, Dauber, and the Indie Kid over at Talkin VAWLS Network on YouTube. VAWLS fans, head over to their YouTube channel, Talkin VAWLS Network. Smash that like button and subscribe, baby. Go Big Orange.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and today we're going to do something a little different. It's Friday afternoon. I don't have anything going on. Scrolling through Facebook, keep seeing the articles, the links, the news about Brian Kelly, and I even touched on the speech that he gave Notre Dame. I touched on it during the live stream, and now there are leaked text messages that he sent to his football players. I kind of want to talk about that. I want to talk about the expectations of a college football coach in 2021. And I know this is a channel, this is a fan channel devoted to Tennessee athletics, but I posted 2 videos today. This is kind of just a little bonus content. I hope you guys dig it. And if not, I know you will let me know and we will adjust moving forward. But if you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments below. As always, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. If you're new here and you're wondering, what is this? Who is this guy? We're not experts or insiders here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We are fans just like you guys. We bring a fan perspective. So if you enjoy the content, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live, when we drop new content. Dauber and the Indie Kid will be live tomorrow night, immediately following the basketball game. So tune in to that. But like I said, I want to talk about the chaos that is the coaching carousel in 2021 in the college football world. But even on top of that, what is the expectation of a college football coach? And we're looking at Brian Kelly today, a guy that has been with Notre Dame. He was hired at Notre Dame in December of 2009. And how, talking about this on the Talkin VAWLS Network, because all of the rumors around Josh Heupel and taking the head coaching job at Oklahoma and how, that would impact Tennessee in a huge negative fashion. I was talking to a listener of the channel and said, if Josh Heupel left in the night like Lane Kiffin after one season, that could set this program back another 20 years. We may never in our lifetime see Tennessee recover if Josh Heupel did that. But who is Josh Heupel responsible for? Himself, Tennessee, the fan base? Let's just get into it. Let's jump right into this article from 247sports.com, written by Sam Marsdale. Brian Kelly confirms Notre Dame departure and leaked message to the team. Now let's take a look at it, see what it says. It was reported Monday night that Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly would depart the Fighting Irish for LSU. Kelly has now confirmed the departure to his team via a leaked message from Pete Sampson of The Athletic. And that's another thing, man. That a text message is a private communication between one person and another, one person and his team. The meeting that Brian Kelly had with his Notre Dame football team. Of course, we as fans, we as the general public love it. We love seeing that information and it getting leaked. It's the world we live in. It's 2021. But that text message, that's a private communication, but it's now been made public. It is what it is. Kelly became the winningest coach in Notre Dame history this season. The Fighting Irish finished the season with a record of 11-1. Kelly will finish his time in South Bend with a record of 92-39. It's unclear who will coach Notre Dame should it reach the college football playoff. That in itself is a very strange, very, very strange thing, that Notre Dame probably going to need some upsets or some certain things to swing their way in order to make the playoff. What is Brian Kelly's reason for leaving Notre Dame and heading to LSU? Is it a personal challenge? Is it wanting to compete in the SEC? And that's part of what I'm going to get into here in just a little bit. But here's the tweet from Pete Sampson. Says, just now, Brian Kelly messaged Notre Dame's roster in Teamworks that I will be leaving Notre Dame. The plan is for Kelly to meet with the team tomorrow at 7 a.m. Here's the full message. Isn't it funny how that's Pete Sampson spins that? He messages, I will be leaving Notre Dame. But you can scroll down here. You can see the full message. And again, this is a private communication between Brian Kelly and his football program. Says here, men, let me first apologize for the late night text, and more importantly, for not being able to share the news with you in person that I will be leaving Notre Dame. Flying back to South Bend tonight to be able to meet with you in the morning, but the news broke late today, and I'm sorry you found out through social media or news reports. I will have more to share when we meet tomorrow at 7 a.m., but for now, just know that my love for you is limitless, and I'm so proud of all that you've accomplished. Our program is elite because of your hard work and commitment, and I know that will continue. He goes on to say, I will share more in the morning when we meet. Again, my sincere apologies for not being able to be the one to share the news directly with you, Coach Kelly. And when you break that down and you look at what he's saying, people are going to question whether or not it's sincere, whether or not he cares. There's no doubt in my mind that Brian Kelly cares about those kids at Notre Dame, what they did together, what they've been through, the time they put in, the work they put in together. But yet we live in the world of 2021 where news like this leaks. You know, go back to the coaching searches at Tennessee after Butch Jones was fired. We're tracking tail numbers on planes. We're tracking booster private jets. We got people sitting outside the airport in Knoxville trying to see if John Gruden's going to get off of an airplane. This is the reality of 2021. News leaks. It's not Brian Kelly's fault that this leaked to the public. But how are you supposed to go about an interview process with another football team and it not get out? I just think these guys are in a no-win situation. And yeah, they're getting paid a lot of money, and I know that's part of it. And that's what it says here. CBS Sports' Dennis Dodd appeared on CBS Sports headquarters and mentioned that Kelly's deal on the Bayou is it worth at least $15 million per season. Guys, $15 million. And that's where I go back to what is your who is your commitment to? Who is Brian Kelly's commitment to? It's not like he showed up in South Bend and coached a season and hit the road. He's been there, hired in December of 2009, winningest coach in Notre Dame history. How is he supposed to exit? I don't know why Brian Kelly took the job at LSU. I don't know if it's personal goals, reasons, wants to coach in the SEC, or if it's all about money. And if it's all about money, guess what, guys? That's okay too. That's okay too. If it's all about money, that's okay too. To a much smaller scale, right here on the Talkin' VAWLS Network, our live streams, people super chat. They are generous enough to give their money to the Talkin' VAWLS Network to have their comment read on air. Very humbling, mind-blowing. Why would somebody want to give their money to three regular dudes to have their comment read on air? But we appreciate that support. And I'm going to always value the opinion of somebody that is willing to financially support what we are trying to build on this channel, whether that be through joining the channel, whether that be through super chats, whether it buying merchandise. People that financially support this channel will always be recognized. And if you question that, if you question Brian Kelly for taking this ridiculous contract, at least worth $15 million a year, put yourself in his situation. What would you do? What would you do if you were Brian Kelly and you were offered $15 million? What would you do if you had a YouTube channel and somebody sent you a super chat for $25? Would you read it on air, or would you highlight the comment that somebody didn't pay for? And I'm appreciative of every single person that tunes into this channel. Don't get me wrong. All I am asking is for you to put yourself in Brian Kelly's shoes. Somebody offers you $15 million. Money talks. You're talking about setting up your family for generations. The comment from Dodd goes on to say here, I'm getting information now coming in that the deal is 5 years in length, at least worth $15 million per year. Now, we knew from the outset that LSU AD Scott Woodward was willing to pay top dollar for a top-name coach. The word on the street was 8 to 10 years for $100 million. So that would be something in the $12 million range. But if this was the case, it would make him far and away the highest paid coach ever and in business and now in college. You want the answer? The answer very many times is the money. Who wouldn't go for $15 million? And that's kind of what led me to making this video, because I said some things about Brian Kelly, talked about how his meeting with the team was only for 5 minutes, this, that, and the other. I don't doubt that Brian Kelly loves those kids. I don't doubt that when he sat on their couch and recruited them to come to Notre Dame, that he meant everything he said. But now Kelly has an opportunity and he took it. And who can blame him for that? And why it comes up is because of Josh Heupel. You know, go back to Lane Kiffin. Leaves in the middle of the night after 1 year. Why? To go back to USC and have the one job. He says that was the one job. Is it wrong? Am I wrong to leave my company for a better opportunity? To set up my family? How responsible is a coach? Who is he responsible to? Himself? The players? The team? To us? I was just as pissed off as anybody when Lane Kiffin left in the middle of the night. But guess what? My loyalty is to Tennessee, so of course I'm going to be pissed off. My loyalty is not to Lane Kiffin. It's not even to the players. I appreciate what they do. I appreciate the sacrifice that they put in. But my loyalty as a fan is to the University of Tennessee, and sometimes I think that maybe skews our sense of reality. $15 million. Would you take it? Article wraps up here. It says Kelly 60 already shot down his name linked to the USC job earlier in the cycle. That appears to have changed as Kelly is reported to expected to be heading to the Bayou. It's interesting. Kelly said last week of being linked to the USC job where your name is brought up is where they probably want you to look. So you're not looking where you should be looking. It's a smoke screen. Heard that a lot. John Gruden. This time of year, throw names out there so people don't look where they're supposed to look. No, I mean, look. I think Mike Tomlin had the best line, right? Unless that fairy godmother comes by with that $250 million check, my wife would want to take a look at it first. I'd have to run it by her. Guys, I think we all agree here. Maybe some of us won't admit it. I think we should all agree. We would all take the money and run. Let's be real. Let's be all authentic. Money talks. Money talks. We brought it up on the live stream this week, talking about Josh Heupel and his comments with the Eric Ainge interview, and how he never said I'm not going to Oklahoma. It was more about how much he loved Tennessee. What's a coach supposed to do? If Josh Heupel is interviewing with Oklahoma right now, if he was going through that process, what is he supposed to do? Come out and tell the public, yeah, I'm interviewing with Oklahoma. I would go there if they offered the right amount, but no, it's coach speak. Any kid said it on the live stream. It's coach speak, but you have to do it. It's part of it. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Again, to our regular listeners, again, something different, something new, something. I was just sitting around with nothing to do, and this article kept popping up, so I thought I would jump on here and talk about it. If you guys want more videos like that, leave me a comment. Let me know. We'll do what we can. But this was more just kind of a one-off. I'll see how you guys like it, how you guys react to it. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The songs how like me, poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this in a